If what you resist persists, does that mean if you're annoying, you're immortal? People resist you if you're annoying. Is that the key? Is that why everybody's such fucking vampires? That's why everybody's like trying to latch on and hook on? Because like you literally resist them and they drain you of your energy and they persist. You know? They say what you resist persists. I've seen evidence of this. But what if we could use it to our advantage? I say be a squeaky wheel for a heart-centered path. Like only you and your higher self know what you're here to do. Which is why you are to do like what all these other religious teachings say. Don't drink, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. They're all telling us that, so we'll be clear-headed enough to be able to hear our inner self, enough to know our higher self, to know the path, because it's very clear to everyone what they're supposed to be doing. You can't hide from yourself. And so if what we resist persists, what if instead of us resisting that and that snowballing, which is the tendency when you learn about these laws of the universe, what if we, I guess you would call that alchemy, but what if we just turn it and spin it around on itself and use it as a tool? Resistance training. Birds love what I have to say. They're laughing at me all the time. They love it because I'm making sense in a very Aquarian, weird, but necessary way. Miss Necessity. You know, the mother is the birth. You know what I'm saying. Necessity is the mother of invention. So we have to figure this out. Because a lot of us are resisting. And that's why our problems persist. Because we're resisting. So why don't we resist the right things? Like gravity. And get stronger. In relationships. What are we resisting in relationships? For me, I don't want to be influenced by people who are just resisting the work that I just have learned to love, like resistance training, strength training, and eating a certain way to where I know I'm going to feel my best and feel like moving my body. Like I don't want to lay on my side because I'm recovering from the meal I ate. I don't want to be disabled because the food I eat or don't eat or because of my habits. I want to give it all I got. And I, honest to God, want to be a good influence because I feel like it's an act of service. And I feel like these are the messages that I'm being guided to talk about right now. I'm a mother, and to actually be a mom, like for real. Look at the fucking band-aids on my hand. Like, you don't even know what I do to prepare to be a mom. I've heard of Anthony Robbins talking about all he does to prime his day. No offense to Anthony Robbins, but if y'all knew what I did to prepare just to be reliable as a human being, so my family can just depend on my emotional reliability. Duh. Us women have got to demand fitness and athleticism, because to be a good mom is to be not a warrior, but like an athlete. Like if you're an athlete, you can handle motherhood. If you're not an athlete, I don't. know how you're going to handle being a mom that your kid deserves, because you're going to be tired all the time and you're going to not be in a good mood and you're going to be depressed, and then you're going to rub off on them. Oh, and here's a big one. I see a lot of people these days trying to escape into each other, kind of like the opposite of a savings account. It's like all of their things they feel guilty about, they like go to their children with and try to get their children to like see that they aren't this way or aren't that way. And what's really bad is when the grandparents do it to the grandchildren. That's disgusting. And sometimes things are supposed to bubble up to the surface. In fact, they're required to, so that you can become who you're supposed to be. A philosopher's stone. All of us. We're supposed to become these beautiful things while we're here. And if it doesn't bubble up from the surface and you don't address it, you're left with adult offspring that will make you feel even worse later. So, this is to all the families in the whole world and all these relationship dynamics that are going on right now. And I love like the idea of family, and I feel like that's where the real work is the families. I see a lot of people running away from home and getting into relationships and then breeding, thinking it's going to be different, and then they just dump all the shit into the kid. And it's supposed to be fertilizer. We're supposed to be building these kids up and lifting up the kids, and not using them as, like on The Wolf of Wall Street, a rat hole to like hide unworthy fun, or like funds that you tricked out of someone else, because it's like that. It's like people feel guilty and shameful about the things they did in the past, and then they hide it all with these emotions that they project onto the child. And then the child grows up and they don't know. They don't know. They have no clue what's going on. And it's disgusting when you see it as clear as I see it. And I am here to talk about it so that we can see it. Because I know other people see what I see. I know it. And pretty soon, the people who are doing all these things will have no choice but to see that they don't want to be like that anymore, because it's not cool anymore, because it's going to shift things to where we hold ourselves responsible and accountable. Like, we're our own coaches. Our higher self is our guide. Our conscious is our guide. And man, can you imagine a world where everyone held themselves accountable and did the work a little at a time and didn't leave it all till the last minute? What kind of society we would have? Oh my God. Like, that makes me want to have an orgasm. Like, I don't know what that means about me, but that that's my wet dream. If I'm going to use my sexual energy, I haven't had sexual intercourse in over 12 years, so I'm going to use my sexual energy, my clean and clear high priestess sexual energy, and I'm going to visualize that. That's what I've earned with my power. So I'm going to put it to good use, and I suggest you do the same. That's what you can do with your root chakra when it's clean and clear. It's quite powerful. You don't frit it all away on some dipshit at a bar because they gave you a quick fix emotion to make yourself feel better, like a cupcake or something. You figured out how to satisfy yourself. I got the message today, home alone. I'm home alone, but I'm not, it's not scary when you're home alone and you're not escaping into all these other people to try to get you to feel better about yourself for shit you did. Like, um, having people tell you good things about your bad habits. We're not doing that anymore. It's very clear what's happening. So stop. Uh, and because I'm aware of it, I'm talking about it. Confirmation. Nature needs us to be what we actually are. So this can all just be what it actually is, which is a gift. And you wouldn't not appreciate a gift, would you? But be patient with yourself. You're still going to be well, you know, we're still going to be needing to give ourselves grace. And so we can see ourselves for what we are. If we try to be perfect, we become like Sekhmet or something, the lioness goddess, and it's not pretty. So give yourself grace like a dove, but don't go too easy on yourself, because that's where you end up on a couch and just sinking in like quicksand. And I just think it's so sad. And we can't do that anymore. Those days are over. I'm talking to the whole group. My human family in America, at least. Um, yeah. No more acting. If you want to be an actor, go take acting classes and go try to be an actor, but just please be authentic. And if you're not authentic, ask yourself why you can't be. Start there, and then you'll start to discover, oh, I feel uncomfortable in my body. Well, why do you feel uncomfortable in your body? Oh, well, I really don't want to look at that because that means I have to change. No, bitch, fucking change. I'm tired of being around you. I'm going to continue to avoid you like the plague because that's what you are. If you're not going to look at yourself in the mirror, I'm going to continue to look at myself in the mirror. I am a mirror. And the fact that I avoid a lot of people because I don't want them to influence me because I know better, that there is your sign. I want nothing more than to be able to be around people. But when you're full of stuff that you haven't dealt with, I'm going to continue to just walk away. And others like me are going to continue to walk away. And quite frankly, I don't even want to be paid to be a coach. It's that important to me not to be influenced. It's priceless to me, the work I've done on myself. And I just want everyone to make it top priority. And I'm willing to make myself look mean just to be, for this message to come out, because it's really not me saying this. I really feel like this is something that needs to be like these birds. I'm just singing the song that needs to be sung. See, I'm trying to tell them. Those are titmouse, like on Silence of the Lambs. Clarice Starling, you know, FBI profiling. I'm profiling us as a society. Fucking do the work. Go for a walk. Get clear. Give yourself an audit like a Scientologist. But do something so we can all hang out. I love you.